Hello, Pokemon trainers. Welcome to the King's Court. Yeah. So over the weekend, a terabyte of Pokemon leaks was released, and a lot of stuff was included in there. So I wanted to talk about this when this happened, but let's be real. There's every time there's like speculations of a new game, or even though we already know there's going to be a new game, the new one that's going to be returned to Gen 6 and all that. There's always people who want to try finding as much as possible, trying to, and there's always rumors spreading around and all that. So when this happened, I'm not going to lie, at first, I actually wasn't sure if this was real. So I wanted to wait a couple days to basically wait and see what happens, see if anything's were confirmed as hoaxes or stuff like that. And yeah, so a good amount of this was. So I want to talk about some of the really big ones. Really quick, I am not going to talk about any of the supposed leaks for Gen 10. There has been some people already tried talking about those on Twitter, stuff like that, and their shit got deleted. I'm not taking that chance. We're still a small channel, so I don't want to take that chance of losing the channel. So if any reps from Nintendo are watching this, I doubt it, but you never know. Got to be careful. Those Nintendo ninjas, you know how they are. Um, Not gonna spoil anything, nothing. I'm just talking about the more interesting, weird stuff that we got from this leak. So, now that that's over, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos if you want to see stuff like more stuff like this. Let me know in the comments. Shoot, I guess what's your favorite of these leaks that was revealed? I know a lot of people are happy, especially channel member Michael is happy about that Skyla thing, but I'll get to that in a sec. So let me know in the comments. And for any Typhlosion fans watching this, I am so sorry. Lapras and Octillery fans as well. So, okay, so the first one I want to talk about now. There's always been like this thing where people really obsess over like beta Pokemon that never made into the final game. Like I remember a year ago or two, it might have been a little longer. I remember there was like the same thing happened with Gen 1. Apparently Raichu was originally going to be the middle stage for Pikachu's evolution line. Pichu wasn't even didn't even exist yet. This is going to be the original one for Gen 1. It was going to go Pikachu, Raichu, and then this final shoot thunder god looking thing. I'll put a picture of it if I can remember what its name was. This was supposed to be Pikachu's original final evolution form, but the series just kept getting bigger and bigger, more popular, and it just kept going on, and that's why we never really got a Pikachu in the anime. Pikachu never evolved a Raichu or all that, and then eventually we got a Alolan Raichu. So I remember that when that happened a couple of years back, but apparently this happened again. But apparently, primarily, this is Gen 3. So I'll put a picture of all the betas that got leaked. So a lot of these designs are really cool. One of them, I believe, was like this one I've been seeing going everywhere, was a Lickitung, or I think it might have been Licky Licky. I don't know. I've always liked Licky Licky. I think it's the Dragon Ball fanboy in me, because Licky Licky always looked like Majin Buu. Anyone else think that, or is it just me? And another thing to bring up when it comes to these betas, a lot of people now. I'm mentioning this on the behalf of channel member Miguel. It seems like there is now a huge exposed thing when it comes to this, because now you see a ton of people wanting to say they prefer the water rabbit over Mudkip, because apparently the Gen 3 starters originally, it looks like Mudkip wasn't going to be the water starter for Gen 3. Torchic and Trico, they look about the same, but originally it looks like it was going to be some kind of water bunny thing, and a lot of people are saying they like this more than Mudkip. So the Mudkip fans are ready to go to war at this point. So let's just remember though, we already got a water bunny. Can we get, shout out my boy Azumarill. So that's those leaks, and I like these, and I might actually do a separate video later on this week, just going a more in-depth look at more of these betas, because these things are really cool, and they're cool, but also some of them are kind of freaky looking, like this cacturn thing. Oh my god. This looks more like something from Scary Tales to Tell in the Dark. Anybody remember that book series? Man, I'm old. So, I might do like a different video talking about that later on. So if you want to see that, like the video so I know there's interest. The second thing that got leaked. Okay, so this is interesting. Apparently, character data sheets are, I think, were leaked, and it's been confirmed. One, she's legal, so that's good, because, let's be real, some Pokemon fans are fucking weirdos. Let's not even front. I'm looking at the people there who, those Dawn and Misty enjoyers, but Skyla is 18, and crazy enough, she is officially referred to by Game Freak as a sexy Latina. Oh man, that is so funny. And apparently also the character designer sheets of her referred to her design to be similar to Jennifer Lopez. Damn. I guess we found Shadow the Hedgehog's favorite Pokemon character. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Now, again, a lot of people are happy. I know channel member Michael is ecstatic. Skyla is one of his favorites. I'm a Cynthia simp, but Skyla, damn, that is hilarious. So, hey, at least we got more Latino representation in Pokemon. Shout outs to all my to any of our Latino viewers. At least we're represented more in Pokemon. All right. At least they made there's not a lot of anime characters who are fully confirmed to be Latino, but at least they're usually hot, right? Go us. So anyways, that's cool. I think that's really cool though. But it seems like they didn't even care for Elisa. They just barely described her. And that's I feel really bad for her. But moving on. So that's that. So apparently also this one's really interesting. So it's been confirmed that a bunch of Pokemon are connected in a weird way to Arceus. So apparently, I'll share the picture right here. For years, there's always been like this speculation on like this hierarchy of Pokemon. Like in the middle, obviously there's Arceus being like the supreme god overlord of Pokemon, and then you have Palkia and Dialga, and there's always been like this spreadsheet. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. This fan made one going around for years now. And people, debating on which Pokemon is which. For a long time, it was always believed that it was Arceus, and then from there, Giratina was made, and then because Arceus and Giratina are like the polar opposites, God and the devil and all that. And then it's Palkia and Dialga. Then you got the Lake Spirits, Azelf, Mistbird, and Uxie. And then you got the Gen 3 cover legends, what people like to call the Weather Trio. And then you got the Golems, the Beasts, all that. So there's always been this speculation. So apparently it's been borderline confirmed, because not only were most of these Pokemon confirmed to be a part of this hierarchy in this official spreadsheet circle, which is pretty similar to the one people have been going by for years. Because if you played Pokemon Legends Arceus, this circle basically appears in the battle with Arceus. I'll see if I can find a picture of that too. Sometimes it's hard to find them, but I wanted to bring this up because in this spreadsheet it was mentioned certain specific Pokemon that now. Pseudo-Legendary, if you've seen any other videos on talking about these leaks, Pseudo-Legendary is a fan term. It's never been officially used. Kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh!, hand traps are only referred to by players. They've never been referred to by that officially. So same thing with Pokemon. Pseudo-Legendary has never been referred to by that officially. And there's no actual set list of Pseudo-Legends. That's why there's confusing ones like in Gen 5, we assume it's Hydreigon, but then you got Haxorus, and then you even got Volcarona, which is a weird one, and even Zoroark to a degree. And then you got Gen 4, what it's supposed to be Garchomp, but then you got weird one, and then you got Lucario, and Lucario and Zoroark even have their own movies. So it's always been really confusing. So apparently it's been confirmed some Pokemon are actually connected in this hierarchy in some ways that we didn't even know. Okay, obvious ones like Metagross, because Metagross was Steven's ace, so obviously that would be connected. And and one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, Tyranitar, is also mentioned, but apparently even Gyarados was, which is crazy. So, confirm, my boy Magikarp is a god, right? Oh yeah, my boy Magikarp. So that's really crazy to think about. So it's really cool too. Obviously, if this is like this was scrapped, so this is more like just extra, lore for Pokemon fans. But I think this is really cool. The idea of this, so maybe someday they might reintroduce this sort of thing back into the main series. We don't know. Well, only time will tell. And the last one, because I don't want the video to go too long, because I'll leave a link to a Twitter account that went over all these leaks if you want to check these out for yourself, because especially this one, because I do not want to go into detail on this. But yes, for you sick Victorion and Gardevoir lovers, you're probably rejoicing over this. But yeah, man, I feel so bad for Typhlosion fans. There is this supposed apparent lore that was cut from Gen 5 that was going to be going over talking about how a Typhlosion and its trainer, man, for the record, this bitch was crazy. She was killing poor innocent Slakoth and Slacking. And her Typhlosion basically uh, redo of a healer her. Let's go with that. I'll just say that. And there's also a man that ran into a Lapras, and then you can probably put two and two together. I won't go into detail on that. And now I would say this is crazy, but let's be honest here. This isn't the first time Pokemon has gone into some weird territory. Let's not forget in the Canalava Library, I believe that's what it's called, in Gen 4, there are Pokemon lore in the actual game. If you read the books in that library, there is actual lore about supposedly human and Pokemon relationships. If you go back and check that out again. So that's not the first time that's officially been in a Pokemon game. And let's not forget the Freddy Krueger of Pokemon, Hypno. If you know, you know, but again, if you I'll leave basically this picture here of one of Hypno's Pokedex entries, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's be honest, this is not the first time Pokemon has gone into some weird ass territory, and won't be the last probably. So yeah, that's all. That's some of the more interesting leaks that came out in this huge terabyte leak. I know they are hunting down this person probably. This person is better probably just move to another country, shave their head, and just change their name. This Nintendo will find them. So this is just crazy. So that's all I wanted to talk about here. If you like I said, I think I'll do a full video later going over all these beta Pokemon, because these are just there's so many here. I really want to give them all each like a little bit of a spotlight. So if you want to see that, like the video so I know there's interest. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good week. Bye.